The horror film The Shining was released in 1980. It was directed by Stanley Kubrick, whose previous film was Barry Lyndon, which was not very successful. He wanted his next film to be a box office hit and decided to make a film based on a horror book. He picked The Shining, written by Stephen King. The Shining was based on some of King's own experiences, like dealing with alcoholism. Although The Shining was a much bigger hit than Barry Lyndon, King was not a fan. Among his objections was the casting of Jack Nicholson. He felt that due to Nicholson's work in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, audiences would see the character as unstable from the beginning. He felt that the character was someone who starts out ordinary and becomes more and more insane. Among his suggestions for the role was Jon Voight. Despite King's objections to the film, The Shining has developed a strong cult following over the years. I think that it is awesome. The film begins with recovering alcoholic and aspiring writer Jack Torrance being interviewed by Stuart Ullman, played by Barry Nelson, about a job as a caretaker during the winter at a remote hotel. Jack is warned that he and his family will be snowbound, and he is also warned that many years earlier, a caretaker went nuts and murdered his family and committed suicide. This doesn't scare Jack, and he takes the job. He moves into the hotel with his wife Wendy, played by Shelley Duvall, and their young son, Danny, played by Danny Lloyd. Jack uses a lot of the time to start his new writing project. As time progresses, his mental health declines, which terrifies Wendy. Danny is telepathic, and he uses his power, or shining, to contact another telepath, the hotel's head chef, Dick Halloran, played by Scatman Crothers. Dick becomes Danny and Wendy's only hope. The Shining is masterfully directed by Kubrick. The hotel looks great and quite creepy. There are many memorable scenes throughout, such as the elevator full of blood. Also strong is the film's climax. The script is well written. We are not always sure what is real and what is not. This adds a lot of mystery to the story. The film has an effective score. It is unsettling and it sets the mood. Jack Nicholson is awesome in the lead role. He is a scary villain. Shelley Duvall is great as Wendy, who becomes increasingly disturbed by her husband's behavior and works hard to protect their son. Scatman Crothers also does good work as Dick. Also very good as Danny Lloyd. I give The Shining 4 stars out of 4. For a much different film that is directed by Stanley Kubrick, there is Spartacus. You can see my review of that film here. What is your favorite film that's directed by Stanley Kubrick? Please let me know below. Thank you so much for watching this.